Okay, Warren. CEOs are screaming at the government over the plans for the future. Interest rates, Chalmers is being blamed because next year it looks like interest rates are going to be rising, not being cut. So that means another big problem for landowners. And on top of that, we've got one more, and that is, I'm trying to think about it, is, what is it?
Productivity.
Productivity.
Yeah. Look, they're all linked. It's all linked back together, and that it's even linked going back to in regard to the pigs in the trough, in regard to all this travel arrangements and all that stuff. Anyone who's involved in the financial markets, anyone's involved in business and that can understand. You just don't ask the local shop owners, the cafe owners, and all that things that are coming together. The power bills are just going through the roof. They cannot afford to hire people. You notice you get a cafe will have 5 or 6 people. Now they'll have 1 or 2.
Well, they're talking 37% rise.
Yeah? And it's going to get, you're right, it's only going to get worse. And so then you look at that, you look at the regulations, the red tape, the green tape, the black tape. It is stopping productivity from moving. You look at that industrial relations. When you go to the finance markets and what investors that come here from overseas, they say, hey, wait a minute, there's 2 big issues for us. One, it takes you to 7 to 14 years to get a project off the ground. 7 to 14 years to get a project off the ground, and then you're getting the 4 years overseas, and then you've got the expense, the total expense of those industrial relations. Then you've got to go through, if you look at it, my job 7 days a week, I spend 5 days of that 7 days a week filling out forms and dealing with compliance, dealing with stuff. And the good example of what can happen to you is what happened at the Blaney gold mine. They spent 7 years getting all the ticks from the governments, from state territories, local governments and the federal government, and then at the end of the day the minister turns around and says no, because they've got the power to do that. And so you spend all that millions of dollars to get these projects going, boom, down the gurgler. And then you talk at the interest rates. Anyone could have, Brian Freddy could have told you months ago what was going to happen because of the economy, the inflation which is going on, that now delayed any rate reduction, and now they're actually talking about next year of rates going up. And what is that going to do to the economy? It's going to make it impossible to buy a house or to get loans and all that type of stuff. So it is just going to get worse and worse and worse. My big worry for next year is if we don't, it's the governments really. If they don't start fixing some of this stuff up, we're going to go in a really tough time.
Warren,
even worse than now.
Well, I'm holding my breath because when you hear interest rates are going to go up, the first thing that comes to your mind is groceries, power, water, registrations, petrol, all these other things that the government freely is spending at their own discretion.
Yep.
Again, we go back to this idea, can a minister have the right to stop Australia advancing by closing gold mines, prospective gold mines where people are going to be employed? I mean, at the end of the day, we are our own worst enemy by giving these people that much power.
And transparency, that gets the transparency. We heard with the judge, they went to the courts when the gold mine, objected to it and they took it to court to try and get that decision turned over. They said, we don't want the release of the reports what we worked on.
Why?
35 years they've got a ban of actually looking at that stuff. So what the hell is going on? What's this transparency? Why are they hiding things from us? Why won't they tell us what gave them the information to make them stop that mine? And this is the problem we got.
Let me say also, if I may, that the spending of this government is forcing the deficit. What we owe in this government, our children's children will be paying what we owe now off.
And it's worse. It gets worse because the fact is our standard of living is going down the gurgler. And that's what's happening.
That's exactly what's happening. When we was young people growing up, didn't matter what job you had, we always knew that we could get a house. It may not have been a mansion, it may have been a little small house, but we knew that could start us in a way. Kids today, you ask them, they got no chance.
This
No
topic,
way.
This topic isn't finished, and we'll come back to it. So please like us, follow us, subscribe. The words of Warren are wisdom, so please listen to them.